afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. This day, 16th of April 2020. This is going to be a very brief afternoon, evening, wherever you are. My broadcast is going to be very brief. And the issue I have come to discuss with you today is the killings in Nigeria, and also the fraud in the killings of innocent Nigerians, innocent Biafrans, and what you should know, especially the killings that is going on in Nigeria now. That is something I want to tell you. I have been working out the whole day and a little bit tired, but I will come back again late in the night for a different live broadcast. So now let me quickly let you know what I want you to know this afternoon. Remember, this is a continuation of Nigeria disintegration, the creating awareness, preaching Nigeria disintegration, preaching Biafra freedom, and wherever you find yourself today, whichever position you find yourself today from the southern part of Nigeria, if you have any opportunity to sabotage the government, do it. Because as you are sabotaging the government, it is part of saving life. As you sabotage the government, you are saving life. You are saving the future, and that is what everybody should be doing now from the southern part of Nigeria. So, the issue I want you to know this afternoon is something very, very, very important. Very, very, very important. And it is something very important. A lot of people may not be thinking in that direction, but this afternoon, I want to tell you something. I want to tell you something, and I want you to know something this afternoon. Because Nigeria today, a lot of things are happening, and when they happen, people don't understand actually what is going on. So this afternoon, I will be telling you, one moment please, because I have this Buhari system that has done a lot of things, especially when I need it most, to always do like this. So the question you should be asking yourself is this. One moment. Now, look at this. Are you aware that as at today, 16th day of April 2020, coronavirus has killed more, the Nigeria security agencies have killed more than the coronavirus in Nigeria. Are you all aware of that? Are you all aware that today the number of cases, total number of coronavirus cases in Nigeria is stand at 407, and death recorded so far are 12. 12 people have died according to Nigeria scam and fraudulent government. They claim that 12 people have died of coronavirus in Nigeria. But as I'm talking to you today, 23 persons have been killed. 23 people have been killed in Nigeria by security agents, police, army, and this civil defense. They have killed 23 persons in Nigeria. And all these 23 persons, none come from the northern Nigeria. None. Of course, daily reports have reported about 18 persons, of which 17 17 persons come from Biafra and were killed in Biafra land. The Daily Report, the Daily Mail reported about 18 persons, that 18 persons has been killed in Nigeria. This is it. You can take a look. You can take a look at this. You can see the Nigeria security forces have killed 18 people while enforcing coronavirus lockdown, when COVID-19 has claimed only 12 lives in the country. And out of these 18 persons that Daily Mail reported, 17 of them are from Biafrans. 17 of this death happened in Biafra land. In Biafra land, not in Yoruba land, not in northern states, not in middle belt, but they happen in Yoruba land, in Biafra land, sorry. These 17 deaths happened in Biafra land. Are you now thinking about what I am thinking? Let me put it to you again, so you'll understand what is going on. Nigeria security forces have killed 18 people while enforcing coronavirus rule when the disease itself has killed only 12 persons in Nigeria. The country National Human Rights Commission say 18 persons have died in extrajudicial killing in 8 separate incidents. 8. It shares display of impunity and recklessness, disregard for human life in law enforcement by security personnel, the commission said. The virus itself has claimed 12 lives out of 407 confirmed cases in an outbreak which has sent capital Abuja and a mega city of Lagos into lockdown. And in all this lockdown, only 12 persons have died of coronavirus, while according to this report, 18 persons has been killed, of which 17 happened in Biafra land and 1 happened somewhere in Kogi State. Now, the question, is it in Kogi State or somewhere in Yoruba land? But the question what I have come to correct is that from our sources, our intelligence sources, 23 persons has been killed so far, of which 17 are in Biafra land. 17. But one thing that will interest you is this. Out of this, all these whole cases and all the death of corona, these 12 deaths, confirmed death by corona virus, none was in Biafra land. Biafra land as of today is 0 deaths for coronavirus, but now we have 17 deaths from the security operatives. Now, are you wondering what I'm wondering as well? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? This is what I have to tell you. Do you know the Nigerian law enforcement agencies have killed more people over COVID-19 lockdown than the COVID-19 itself? This is a question I am posing to you. The total COVID-19 cases in Nigeria stand at 407. Deaths, 12. Total killed by police and soldier over lockdown, 23. Killing over lockdown in Biafra land, 17 persons have been killed in Biafra land. COVID-19 deaths in Biafra land is 0. You see that now, and this is just the beginning of the killing. You see why you must defend yourself in Biafra land. You must defend yourself with whatever you have at your disposal. You must defend yourself against these terrorists who are paraded themselves in police and military uniform in Biafra land. You see, 17 people has been killed simultaneously in different parts of Biafra land, from Warri to Delta to Onitsha to what have you. They have amounted to 17, plus the one this Civil Defense Corps killed in is it in Aba, in Abia State, or is it in Owerri? And the person is from Ebonyi State, of course. And all together now, there are 17 in number, but no single death from coronavirus has been recorded in Biafra land. But police already doing the job for corona. And it is a systematic jihad. And this is what baffles me, is that most of the mercenaries that are being used to perpetrate this heinous crime most of them are Biafrans. Most of the police are Biafrans. There is a video of a Biafran that was pleading and was pleading with the police. They shot his two tires, and the police was waiting for him to come down so that they will kill him. And according to the story, they ended up killing that man. According to the report, they ended up killing that young man, and that young man was killed. Now I want to show you this one video. You see, this is supposedly a journalist.
Yes, this is the Ugaji Fiero.
This is what Hausa Fulanis are doing in southern part of Nigeria. And remember that all these things I am about to show you, you can't see them happening in the north. You cannot see them happening in the north. This is a journalist reporting, as you can hear him saying, the total compliance in this lockdown order. He was reporting and videoing how calm the street and the road is. But immediately he was bundled. Now watch.
Yes, this is the Ugaji Road. As you can see, the lockdown is taking place. Everybody must comply. So I'm reporting for a media outfit. Sorry, for a media outfit. Sorry, bring your phone, please.
You see, before he could explain, I am reporting, or even explain anything to this terrorists who have military uniform deployed by Brutai to come and deal with people in the southern part of Nigeria, he has already been bundled. And nobody know whether he survived this. As I'm talking to you now, there is no report anywhere to show whether this guy in this video survived and that he is alive today. I have not come across anywhere that this man come to say, I was the person in this video and now I am free. They have released me. Please, if you see any video of such, tag me. Tag me on that video, because I want to confirm that he's still alive. Nobody know his whereabouts, and they bundled him just like that. As you can see, he was only on the road recording and giving report of the situation on ground, how people are complying to the lockdown. And immediately this Boko Haram arrived, they bundled him. This is an opportunity for Boko Haram to unleash terror on the southern part of Nigeria, and that terror, they are utilizing that power very well. They are utilizing the power very well to bring terror to you so that you don't revolt against the government when they know that this is the right time to revolt against the government. Now watch the video again before I continue.
Yes, this is the Ugaji Road. As you can see, the lock.
Now, does this person reporting this thing look like somebody who have violated the lockdown order? Is he constituting nuisance? Is he in the midst of multitude? Are they moving in their numbers? He is only alone there recording this, and look what they did to him.
Lockdown is taking place. Everybody must comply. This security. So I'm reporting for illegal outfit. Sorry, for illegal outfit. Go down. Sorry, bring the phone first. Go down.
You see that? Bring the phone first. And that is how they collected his phone. Bring the phone first. That is how they collected the phone, and only God knows what the man went through in the hand of these terrorist people in the southern part of Nigeria. You see why the revolution must be now. If you allow these people, they will kill you and you die for nothing. If you die as a Nigerian, that is the worst death anybody can die. You have to die, you die better, but you have to die like in a way that you could be proud of that you died by not dying for Nigeria. If you are killed fighting for one Nigeria, that is the worst death. That is the worst death ever. Now, it didn't end here. I want you to watch watch one video now. Because when we are saying these things, you see, this is, watch this. Now, what do you call this? What do you call this? Do you call this now the compliance in this lockdown, or what exactly do you call it? Look at people, look at the crowd struggling for food. Look at the crowd struggling for food, and you can actually, if somebody have coronavirus here, they have shared it. Now, compare this crowd you are looking at now to one person just videoing the road and taking pictures of the road, and they came and bundled him. And nobody know what happened to him and how he survived them. But look at the crowd here. Nobody is touching this crowd. And this is the same country. This is the same country, and these are happening in different places. Different places, different laws. But when it comes to national cake, the same thing happens. Different national cake for a certain region and another national cake for a certain region, and some region like Biafra don't even get any national cake at all. And this is the reason why we want to break out of Nigeria. You see, we want to break out from Nigeria because when they want to kill Nigerians, they kill Biafrans. When they want to share money to Nigerians, they share money in the north. In this coronavirus alone, we have lost 17 people killed by Nigeria security agents, police, military, and civil defense. But we have not lost any single soul in Biafra land to coronavirus. Does that make sense to you? This is the reason why we are leaving Nigeria. We can't continue to pretend that all is well. We can't continue to pretend that Nigeria is going to get better. This is a country where natural resources are surplus, in surplus, not just oil. Every natural resources you can think of. You see that? You see that? This is a country, and you see how they bundled that man. You see how they bundled that journalist. That is the end of that journalist. Now, watch what happened in Biafra land. Part of the killing in Biafra land.
It was a bloody Wednesday today, being 15th of April, in the city of Onitsha, precisely Nutaya, Mpo, when police gunned down 2 able young men. What exactly transpired?
Police gunned down 2 able young men. No crime. They gunned down Biafrans. They gunned down Biafrans. They killed them in their cold blood for committing no crime. But look at the crowd I just showed you now. It is somewhere in Nigeria. Somewhere in Nigeria, look at the crowd. Nobody has gone to that crowd to start shooting them. But in Biafra land, they kill people who have committed no crime. Listen to this news.
Between the police and these young men that led to the killing of these young men. Let's hear from the eyewitness.
My name is Comrade Jones, President of the National Union of Anambra State Students at the State Universities. I'm in this territory because of this coronavirus. If not for this pandemic disease, I wouldn't have been around. But I was surprised what was happening today. In other countries, if you want to pursue people about coronavirus, they use gun instead of gun. But I was surprised that they are using gun to harass and shoot people, which is not necessary. These are human beings, they are not animals. The virus we are chasing around is a virus, it's not a human being. We cannot be killing ourselves because of the virus. How many viruses have we detected in our country? In other countries, they have a lot of viruses there. But here, we don't have any much virus. The one we have, they are using it for political propagandas. So why should they be shooting us? Now, just imagine what happened here. They said the guy went to a pitch to play ball. After playing a ball, he was just coming out from the pitch. And the policemen just harassed him by going there to chase him with a helos, telling him to enter motor. Someone that was wearing can along the street, and we shot him dead. Is that a good thing for our country? It's very bad. It's very bad. In other countries, you cannot use this against us. Please, the government, you have to...
You see, the only mistake they are doing now, the only mistake the young man speaking was doing is to refer to other countries. You don't say in other countries. You say in the north. Going to other country is far. You are just taking it too far. You don't make reference to other countries. Say in the northern Nigeria, they are not killing Nigerians like this. That is what you should be saying. You don't say go to other country. No. That is too far. Say in the northern Nigeria, they are not killing, even when they went and burned down the police station in the north. Nobody was killed. So make reference to northern Nigeria, the Islamic State of northern Nigeria, Arewa Islamic State, that nobody is being killed there. They rather sent their men down to the southern part of Nigeria, down to Biafra land to start killing. This is called ethnic cleansing. It is part of systematic way to cleanse ethnic group. And those ethnic groups are Igbos, are Biafrans. So you don't make reference to country. This country is this. Use your other country in your country as example. Use the northern part of Nigeria as example, because nobody is being killed there. We have not seen a report where as I'm talking to you now, 17 human beings has been killed in Biafra land. For this, just only this lockdown, 17 has been killed. And coronavirus has not killed any person in Biafra land. So you don't make reference to country. Make reference to northern Nigeria, because nobody is being killed in northern Nigeria. As I'm talking to you, northern governors may have a meeting and they decide not to lock down the north. They are locking down only the southern Nigeria, closing down businesses, closing down the economic hub of the southern Nigeria. That is what they have done. And I call it again economic jihad against the southern part of Nigeria. That is what is going on. You people should stop making references to country. You are living in 3 different, or let me just say at least acceptably 2 different countries in Nigeria, because now it is generally the south against the north. And then the Biafra suffers the most when you come to the southern part of Nigeria. So you are living in different country in one country. Make reference to northern Nigeria, to Islamic Caliphate of northern Nigeria. That is, you don't need to go far.
In northern states, you have not heard anything about shooting people.
Yes.
In these northern states, where they have majority people there, they are doing their businesses. Yes. Where we obey the government. Yes. We said no, we will not do any business. Yes. Look at Flunda here, it's shut down. Yes. Nobody is doing the business. Look at Upas there, it's shut down. Nobody nice. So why should you come and be shooting them? Please, please, Easterners, let's look at this thing, please.
There is nothing to look at this thing. You do not have government. It is now the power to change the government, the power to change things in Nigeria is in your hands. All the youth of Nigeria, it is in your hand right now, and this opportunity may never come again. The only thing that you need to do now to make changes is called revolution. The revolution, you must come out in your millions and take over all the regions. Every region must organize your student, organize your union, organize whichever group you know. Make sure you coordinate yourself and come out in your millions. Coordinated protest, and it is called revolution. That is only thing that will save you. That is the only thing that will save you. If not, after the corona pandemic is over, first of all, you are going to face with another harsh reality, which is called hunger level 100. You see the hunger that most of you are now jumping and going to the street to struggle for rice. After the pandemic is over, you are going to have what we call hunger level 100. If you are hungry now, you are going to be hungry times 3 or times 5. That is what is happening. And then in addition to that, you are going to be hungry times 5. Nigeria will go into recession because recession is coming. The oil price have just dropped below $20 per barrel. That is a very bad news. And because Nigeria, the Fulanis, don't know how to generate money in the economy, they don't know how to run the economy, they depend on oil. So oil has dropped below $20 per barrel, and that is a very, very bad news for Nigeria. Very, very bad news. So the main hunger is not even now. The main hunger is coming after the coronavirus. That is when the hunger will hit. So you have the opportunity now that you are still breathing, you still have your muscle, you are still eating some gari and fufu, and still eating, because by the time this coronavirus is over and you do not have even the opportunity to eat fufu again or eat gari again, but of course those in the village can afford to eat because they are farming and all that, but those of you in rural area, if you cannot be able to eat well again, you cannot revolt against them. That is the fact. By the time you come out in your millions, if you see those people, those police shooting this man dead, you see, by the time they see you in millions, you see the AK-47 will not work. By the time they see millions of people in Anambra Street walking and protesting and fighting the government, you see the AK-47 will not work. That is the truth. Because the police also, they are human beings. And the number of police in Nigeria today, you can imagine the total number of police in Nigeria today, just calculate them. You outnumber them without even, in fact, even half of your state come out, you are already outnumber the policemen in Nigeria. That is how bad it is. And you people are not getting it. You people are not getting it that you outnumber the police, you outnumber the military, and they don't have power. Once you come out in your millions, the power is not there anymore. And that is what we call revolution. The people, the government have to be disbanded, and Nigeria has to be disbanded, and we will come down to a round table to discuss what will be the next step, how to move forward. This is the only solution, and that time is now. God has just brought coronavirus for something that will benefit Nigeria and Nigerians and the generation to come. Now, watch.
I be confused. This is our brother. But they born there feet nowhere. When I put after nowhere, how do two? When after because I'm about let's go let's go. If you say I get to go back if also for a also for a motor hospital. Nazunuta Eba. So Basia, ball. These people had almost about 5 or 6 of them, non-healers. This our boys. Hana Abia, this our brother. Hana Abia. So if you say you are wine over very far, I am a name. So my opposite say, we got over
Osia ke yemere. Osia enter. Osia buy na moto. So come make go na buy na moto. The boy wey see say ke na me. Come as ke na me the boy. Ya ko ke egbe si okwu okwu osia buy egbe. Osia gidi ka mere. Ye megini ya tutu ego megini. We buy ya na aso. Come buy egbe na aso. Oka. So aka na buy egbe na aso. When I see ke fe mere. When I say otukwasi ozo. Second time. Nke bua. So come and message the guy. Choza ko megini. When I choza ko di kampa. We megini we so on the anger.
What you are hearing now as the translation there is the eyewitness speaking in Igbo language. This guy you see lying on the floor, lifeless, was just coming from playing football, and police stopped him and asked him. They didn't even ask, just like they did to that cameraman. Before they were asking questions, before he would respond, they give him a shot, bullet. And before he realized what is happening, they landed another bullet on him. Second bullet. And that's how he died. And then another person, another lifeless body lying also. The two people were killed the same day, the same place. And this happened yesterday.
So the boy na wewe ebo dana na we bilita kwa we me choyo boso abatu kwa ya
ihe furu n'obodo na agba m anya mmiri. I am now I can know how old I am. Mana ihe furu karịrị how old I am. Ihe na-ekwu n'obodo a ka m wesịrị nke a na-eme kịta wa na-ekwu okwu. Enyere anyị 2 weeks anyị nọ n'ụlọ. I don't know now n'eziokwu. Amakwasakwana anyị 2 weeks ọzọ. Onwere onye ajụghị m ihe nri. Onwere onye ajụghị dị anyị ego ole dị gị n'akpa. Ụmụnne anyị agbagba anyị nkịta iwe na-anwụ osisi. N'ime na anyị na-anwụ osisi akwụkwọ ọrụ ndị polisi. Polisi eziri polisi ya gbagburu nta n'obodo a. Ka ị ka mmadụ si wee wụsa na ndị ma ọtụtụ polisi. Ọrụ m na-ebusi isisi ndị polisi akwa na ha mmadụ ihe ha na-alụ.
And while we are showing these pictures, by the time the masses will begin to kill security agents in Biafra land, nobody must hold anybody responsible. Nobody must hold anybody responsible. We are documenting all these videos. We are documenting all these evidences for international community use. By the time Biafrans will revolt, not just about revolution, by the time we will arm our people to defend themselves, nobody must come and begin to hold anybody accountable. Like what we are doing now has never happened before. Go and check the history of Rwanda war. Go and check the history of Liberia. Nobody, no place in Africa, in the history of Africa, that has done what we are doing now, which is media war. And this media war is trying to expose everything that happens against Biafra, everything that the terrorist controlled Nigeria government are doing against Biafra. And because already they have pushed us to the wall, we are holding the wall, and we will continue to hold ourselves and have patience until the right time. And when we will start, nobody, no international community will come and hold anybody in Biafra land accountable, because the evidences are everywhere. And we have documented them. We have documented them. The more we document these evidences, the more Fulanis are sending terrorists, the one they have recruited into police, into military, to Biafra land to come and kill us. And now you are seeing it. 17 people has been killed only for coronavirus. And coronavirus have not even killed any single soul in Biafra land. That is the situation, and that is the reality at the moment. Now continue.
all these events and scenes, was social distance maintained?
The answer is no. Social distance will never maintain, because the people you see, the policemen, they have gotten order from Fulani. These are just foot soldiers. They have gotten order from the Fulani, from Boko Haram members in police, commanding them to go and commit this terror against Biafrans. They don't care about social distancing. It is not an enforcement, like I call it, systematic ethnic cleansing of Biafrans. This is what is going on, and this is just the beginning. By the time you continue to keep quiet and you don't talk, or you do not revolt against the government, you will see more of this coming. More of these atrocities will be coming your way, and it is just the fact. Now, before I continue, I want you to watch this. You see why Yoruba people must wake up. This is the reason why Yorubas must wake up. You see, when you have, I'm not here to condemn Islam. There are people I have people who are Islam. I have friends who are Islam, who believe in the religion and all that, and they are not bad. I'm not here to condemn them. But what I'm here to tell you is this. You see, what you're about to see now, you can't see it in Biafra land. Now watch. This is what Fulani religion has brought to Yoruba land. You know why I call it Fulani religion? This is what Fulani religion has brought to Yoruba land. The reason why I call it Fulani religion is that in the history of Nigeria, go and check it. The history of Nigeria, Yorubas were never Muslims. Yorubas that never believe in Islam. First of all, Fulani, even the Hausas, go and check the history of Nigeria. I think I will begin to revisit the history again, even though I have passed that. I have gone through those history with people who started with me on time. In the history of Nigeria, Hausa people they were never Muslims. It was Fulanis that came. When Usman Danfodio came, they are the one who brought Islam to Hausa people in the north. They are the one who forcefully converted Hausa people to believe in Islam. What this Boko Haram, this Boko Haram, ISIS West Africa, and all of them are doing today is what Usman Danfodio did. He killed all the people in the north. He came and used terror and conquered them, and then convert them into Islam. Now, this same Fulani brought Islam to Yoruba land. They brought Islam to Yoruba land. They never believe in Islam. They are not Muslims originally, but a majority of them adopted the Islamic religion. But today, look at what it is causing in Yoruba land. Now watch this video.
State Police Command in its bid to secure lives and properties has achieved another feat by unraveling an illegal correctional facility located in Olore area of Ojo. Ibadan. On the arrival of the Oyo State Commissioner of Police entourage and newsmen after they were being alerted to what goes on in the area, the victims of the legal correctional facilities were crying for help.
Sorry, my system is now in Buhari mode. One moment. That is what I call the Buhari mode.
The Oyo State Police Command in its bid to secure lives and properties has achieved another feat by unraveling an illegal correctional facility located in Olore area of Ojo, Ibadan. On the arrival of the Oyo State Commissioner of Police entourage and newsmen after they were being alerted to what
still the
goes
same.
on in the area, the victim feat
Still the same thing. One moment, because you must watch this. Whether Buhari and Facebook like it or not, you are going to watch this.
The Oyo State Police Command in its bid to secure lives and properties has achieved another feat by unraveling an illegal correctional facility located in Olore area of Ojo, Ibadan. On the arrival of the Oyo State Commissioner of Police entourage and newsmen after they were being alerted to what goes on in the area, the victims of the legal correctional facilities were crying for help from a locked-up room.
And this Buhari mode seems to be very
In reaction, the Oyo State Commissioner of Police, Shino Olukolu, described the situation as man's inhuman acts to other fellow beings.
At Olore, Ojo area of Ibadan. And actually, when the police got here, we discovered that young men, young women are being kept in captivity.
I'm sorry, believe me, this system has activated the Buhari mode. The Buhari mode has been activated. Buhari mode has been activated.
The Oyo State Police Command in its bid to secure
Let
lives
me
and
play it
properties
this
has
way.
achieved another feat.
They cannot stop me from playing this video.
Located in Olore area of Ojo, Ibadan. On the arrival of the Oyo State Commissioner of Police entourage and newsmen after they were being alerted to what goes on in the area, the victims of the legal correctional facilities were crying for help from a locked-up room. In reaction, the Oyo State Commissioner of Police, Shino Olukolu, described the situation as man's inhuman acts to other fellow beings.
At Olore, Ojo area of Ibadan.
In reaction, the Oyo State Commissioner of Police, Shino Olukolu, described the situation as man's inhuman acts to other fellow beings.
At Olore, Ojo area of Ibadan. And actually, when the police got here, we discovered that young men, young women are being kept in captivity in a dungeon-like situation. As a matter of fact, man's inhumanity to man is being manifested in this environment, and we are not happy about the situation.
Most victims were taken to the center by their parents.
Look at the people you are looking at now are human beings.
Without doing anything. So people who were brought here, they tell their parents that an evil spirit has been possessing their children. Our parents pay 30,000 at times. They give us 2,000 out of 30,000. They clear it. They take the remaining 28,000. Our parents, what's happening is that those people they convince our parents that this place is pure Islamic school, whereby they inspire us to become greater leaders in future. Whereas it's the opposite. This place.
Those of you who are asking what is Buhari mood, I will tell you what Buhari mood is just a moment after this video. You will watch what Buhari mood is all about.
They just bring us they tell our parents that we are being killed by the Quran, whereas it's a lie. If we come here, I don't see myself on the day. Please, his brother. They are going to the other side. I mean, yes, it's 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
I come from Ikorodu because I'm smoking. There's a lot of Jama gates there for that place. Go help us. There's a Jama gate there. Jama gate, they lock them. They don't fit come out.
Some of the locked-up victims recanted their ordeals.
I'm a student of UNILAG. Yes. What level? 300 level. Studying what? Mathematics. Yes.
Please, some people have not seen this video. Of course, if you have seen it, somebody else may not have seen it, and there is something I actually want to do with this video. That's why I'm playing it.
People die here due to sickness. When you tell them you're having malaria, they give you paracetamol every day. What brought me here? My brother brought me here. He got advice from someone, from a neighbor, telling him that there's a place at Ibadan that they take care of people, they make people better, that they make people just well, that after staying for longer, you become a very good person, you become alpha in life, you become this, you become a knowledgeable person. Whereas everything is like, even the knowledge they teach here is fake. If you compare what we learn here to the original Arabic, it's fake, it's not even the same thing, it doesn't tally.
As at the time that the correctional facility was invaded, many of them were malnourished, mentally and physically unstable, while some were badly infected with skin rashes. Also present was the Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Inclusion in Oyo State, Afusat Sani, who said the state government is on top of its game on the issue.
I know it's a very pathetic issue. What we cannot preempt anything now, but we are going to take care of the situation. That's what I can. Adequate care will be taken to rescue these children as you are seeing them.
One of the teachers that was interrogated claimed that they were using Quranic teachings to know the lives of the victims.
So,
this is what Fulani, the only thing Fulani, I want to know, what has Fulani done to Yoruba people? What, can you mention any dividend of Fulani in Yoruba land? I'm challenging all the Yorubas. All my friends, all my Yoruba friends, all my Yoruba brothers and sisters. I want you to tell me any dividend of Fulani in Yoruba land. Any dividend of Fulani in Yoruba land. There is no dividend of Fulani in Yoruba land. The only thing you have is sorrow, anguishing and sorrow in Yoruba land. You hear the history of Kwara State, how Ilorin was conquered by Fulani and Afonja and all that. It is all bad and very sad story and history. You hear about Fulani everywhere. The same Fulani, there is no dividend of Fulani in the north. That is why the northern Nigeria is the poorest in the world. That is why they are being ravaged by disease in the north, because of Fulani presence. There is nowhere you will see Fulani controlling anything and that place is good and no peace. There is no peace. That is why Biafra is still progressing and prospering, because we can't allow them to flourish in Biafra land. And they can never flourish in Biafra land. Any day Fulani begin to flourish in Biafra land, that will be the beginning of the end of Biafra. That is the fact. We can never allow them to flourish, and that is the reason why we are now agitating, and like I've already said, like never. This Biafra freedom is fighting is something that nobody has ever seen. It is totally different from what anybody have seen in freedom agitation. We are changing the narrative of yesterday. Now, this is not all. I want to show you something. You see, when I tell you, my time is very short because I'm still going to come back in the evening. When I tell you about 1 moment, the president being the Buhari mode, this is what I mean. Now watch this.
Manufacturing, clean energy, and the infrastructure that creates good new jobs.
Anyone? The answer is none of them. Which Obama here is real?
To help families refinance their homes, to invest in things like high-tech manufacturing, clean energy, and the infrastructure that creates good new jobs.
Anyone? The answer is none of them. None of these is actually real.
You see, the video of Obama you just watch now, the video of Obama you just watch now talking, none of that face you saw now is Obama. None of them is Obama. And that is why we continue to challenge the people in operating the robots in Aso Rock, the Jibri in Aso Rock, to prove to Nigeria that they are actually communicating with their president. Now, watch it again.
Tell me which Obama here is real.
To help families refinance their homes, to invest in things like high-tech manufacturing, clean energy, and the infrastructure that creates good new jobs.
Anyone? The answer is none of them. None of these is actually real. My inspiration for this work was a project meant to preserve our last chance for learning about Holocaust from the survivors. It allows you to have interactive conversations with a hologram of a real Holocaust survivor.
How did you survive the Holocaust? How did I survive? I survived, I believe, because...
What you are watching now is what we are believing that is what is going on in Aso Rock. This video you are watching now is what we are believing Personally, I am believing that this is what is going on in Aso Rock, and that is the reason why you will see they have never, the president cannot organize any press conference. They will always record the video and come to play it to Nigerians. So what you are watching now is the latest software or what is being done in Aso Rock, and that is why they will record the video and come to play it. So now watch.
Providence watched over me.
These answers were pre-recorded in a studio, yet the effect is astounding. You feel so connected to his story and to him as a person. So I saw this and began to wonder, can we create a model like this for anyone? A model that looks, talks, and acts just like them. And eventually came up with a new solution that can build a model of a person using existing photos and videos of a person. First, we introduced a new technique that can reconstruct high-detail 3D face model from any image without ever 3D scanning the person. And here's the same output model from different views. This also works on videos by running the same algorithm on each video frame and generate a moving 3D model. What's fascinating about this is that the photo collection can come from your typical photos. It doesn't really matter what expression you're making or where you took those photos. What matters is that there are a lot of them. And we're still missing color here. So next, we develop a new blending technique that improves upon a simple averaging method and produces sharp facial textures and colors. And here's a lot of fun demo. So what you see here are a controllable model of people I built from their internet photos. Now, if we transfer the motion from the input video, we can actually drive the entire party.
It's a very difficult bill to pass because there's a lot of moving parts, and the legislative process can be ugly.
These results seem very realistic and intriguing, but at the same time frightening. One thing that concerns me is its potential for misuse. People have been thinking about this problem for a long time, since the days when Photoshop first hit the market. As a researcher, I'm also working on countermeasure technology, and I'm part of an ongoing effort at AI Foundation, which uses a combination of machine learning and human moderators to detect fake images and videos, fighting against my own work. And one of the tools we plan to release is called Reality Defender, which is a web browser plugin that can flag potentially fake contents automatically right in the browser. Fake videos could do a lot of damage, even before anyone has a chance to verify. So it's very important that we make everyone aware of what...
So, when Nnamdi Kanu tell you that the video was recorded in Cuba, you don't dispute him until Nigeria government prove him wrong. When Nnamdi Kanu tell you even that the video is recorded in the toilet, you have to believe him until Nigeria government come to prove otherwise. And for now, they have not done that. They continue to bring in Photoshop pictures. They continue to bring in... You see, you can actually video Aso Rock and take Aso Rock to Cuba. Send it to Cuba and they will they will record another voice, put the voice into the picture of the person. This is what this guy is explaining here. You see, that is why it left for the government of Nigeria to prove Nnamdi Kanu otherwise. If not, this man in Aso Rock is not Buhari, and he is Jibril. He will continue to be Jibril until they prove Nnamdi Kanu wrong. And believe me, they will never do that.
What's currently possible, so we can have the right assumption and be critical about what we see. And colors. And here's a lot of fun. These results seem very realistic and intriguing, but at the same time frightening. One thing that concerns me is its potential for misuse. People have been thinking about this problem for a long time, since the days when Photoshop first hit the market. As a researcher, I'm also working on countermeasure technology, and I'm part of an ongoing effort at AI Foundation, which uses a combination of machine learning and human moderators to detect fake images and videos, fighting against my own work. And one of the tools we plan to release is called Reality Defender, which is a web browser plugin. You see, this is a web browser plugin. And of course, in this kind of what you are looking at now, you can actually take the image of Aso Rock and put it to somebody that is in Kafanchan, and the person is speaking and reporting from Aso Rock. So all these things we know. Now, if you think that, if you don't want to continue to create this impression that this person is Buhari or is not Buhari, let him come and address Nigeria, address Nigerians like other presidents are doing.
Let me show you what president is like. Let me show you. This is what president does. Now, this is a real president. Now, watch.
You bought yourself some time. You didn't use it to prepare hospitals. You didn't use it to ramp up testing. Right now,
you're so disgraceful. It's so disgraceful the way you say that. Let me just listen. I just went over it. I just went over it.
In an unprecedented crisis.
Nobody thought we should do it, and when I did it.
But what did you do with the time that you bought?
You know
the
we
month
did.
of February.
You know we did. What do you do?
Month of February.
What do you do when you have no case in the whole United States? When you excuse me.
Now, this is a president. I will stop here. See you in the midnight because I am going to come live the second time this evening. See you in the midnight, my late midnight live video. I'm going to put more light into this. I'm going to go more deeper. Thank you for being part of this video. Make sure you tag your friends. Wait for me in the night. I am going to come and I'm going to go deeper into this. See you then. Share the video and tag your friends. Thank you for watching.